Hello, good morning to everybody. I am Dr. Humaira Badruzzama, Assistant Professor in JT Arts Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon, Nasik. My unit is Nutrition and Digestion. Humans are heterotrophs, organisms that cannot produce their own food. Heterotrophs must ingest or take in food. At least 95% of the species of organism on Earth, all our animals, all fungi, and most protists and bacteria are heterotrophs. Food provides to other feeders two things: number one, for energy, and second, the raw material to build the substance they need. So, for this purpose, food is necessary. The energy in food is described in unit cells called calories or kilocalories. The raw materials are called nutrients. There are six classes of nutrients: carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamins, minerals, and water. These are the substances that make up most of our body. In our body, about 60% water is present and 20% fat. The other 20% is remaining substance is in the form of the protein, carbohydrate, combinations of these two substances, and two major minerals found in our bones, that is calcium and phosphorus. Other minerals and vitamins make up less than 1% of our body. So these nutrients are helpful to build our body, to produce energy for performing all activities of the life. For daily, we perform the activities like walking, talking, hearing, listening, thinking. So many activities are performed with us, and each and every activity require energy. To fulfill our energy requirement, the nutrition or the substance which are present in our food is very much necessary. Without it, we can produce energy and we can't perform any activity of our body. So, to prepare energy, the substance present in food is in the form of the either carbohydrate, lipid, and protein. These substances are present in compound form. So they are it is necessary to break down of this substance. Without it, no energy is liberated. So for breakdown of this substance, a phenomenon is there which is nothing but the digestion. So the raw materials are nothing but the nutrients. These nutrients, if digested in our digestive system, is called digestion. The digestion starts from the mouth as we take food in our mouth by the action of the food, water secretion in the mouth by the help of salivary gland. Here show that the figure showed that the three types of salivary gland is present: sublingual, present below the tongue, submandibular gland located in the neck region, and parotid gland present below the ear. So in the mouth, the it consists of three salivary glands. These three salivary glands are responsible for the digestion in the mouth. So first of all, digestion is start primarily by the secretion of digestive gland in the form of the saliva, which consists of water, mucus, and digestive enzyme salivary amylase. The salivary amylase first of all breaks down starch into molecules of disaccharide maltose. During this reaction, starch is broken down on the addition of water called hydrolysis. So starch plus water, it converts salivary amylase maltose, the enzyme which acts on the starch, and conversion of starch, which is nothing but the polysaccharide, into its disaccharide in the form of the maltose takes place. So the action of the salivary amylase acts on the food in the mouth also. In the mouth, presence of teeth is there. These teeth are responsible for tearing the food material into small pieces. By this phenomena, surface area of the food increase, allowing the digestive enzymes to mix with the food and break it completely. So, the tooth perform the mixing of the saliva in the food material. So, by the help of it, the digestion of food in the form of starch is increased and at some level completed in the mouth. From the mouth, the food only digestion of the carbohydrate occurs in the mouth cavity at some level. Remaining food which is present in our bolus is present in the form of the proteins and fats, lipids, which are not crushed or lysis of these food occur, these substance occur in the mouth. Their lysis takes place in the digestive system. So, journey of the food start from the mouth. With the help of esophagus, it enters into the stomach. The stomach is the main region, large in size. Here, food remains near about 4 to 6 hours in this part of the alimentary canal. The stomach itself is made by the help of wall of stomach is made by the help of four layers, in which innermost layer consists of different types of cells, which we will study in the histology of the stomach later on in the next lecture. So here only you consider itself that you you are known about the histological. If you know about the histological structure of the stomach wall, then you easily understand the function of the wall of the stomach. It consists of many types of cells which are responsible for the secretion of the HCl, for the secretion of the enzyme, for the secretion of the mucus. The food which enter into the stomach from the mouth, which is alkaline in nature because the saliva itself is alkaline in nature. That's why the nature of food becomes alkaline in the mouth, which in turn in the stomach. In the stomach, acute cells are there, oxyntic cells are there. They are responsible for the secretion of the HCl. HCl is nothing but the hydrochloric acid, acidic in nature. The first work of the HCl is to kill down the bacteria, viruses which enters in mouth in the alimentary canal by the help of the food. Then in the stomach, the wall of the stomach is responsible for the secretion of the enzyme which is present, pepsinogen. The pepsinogen is inactive in form. By the action of the HCl, the pepsinogen is converted into the pepsin. The pepsin acts on the protein, and breakdown of the protein into peptones and proteases occur by the action of the pepsin in the stomach. Besides the digestion of the protein, the digestion of the carbohydrate also takes place in the alimentary canal. When food remains in the stomach, complete lysis of the food occurs and food is converted into in the liquid semi-liquid form, which enters into the duodenum. The small intestine, the upper part of the small intestine begins from the pyloric is his sphincter. It is T-shaped junction, and it itself has two parts. The upper part is nothing but the duodenum, and lower region is called ileum. At the junction of the stomach and duodenum, U-shaped structure is formed in which presence of the pancreas is there. The pancreas itself sends pancreatic ducts into the intestine. From the liver, attachment of gallbladder is there. Gallbladder also sends its duct into the duodenum by the form in the form of the bile duct. So the secretion of the pancreas in the form of the pancreatic amylase and the bile juice enters into the duodenum, and the pancreatic amylase acts on the peptones and proteases of the molecules of the protein and convert it into amino acids. The food which comes from the stomach is acidic in nature. When enter into the duodenum, by the action of the bile juice, it is converted into the alkaline nature. In the duodenum, the wall of the duodenum and pancreatic gland is responsible for the secretion of the enzyme which is known as trypsinogen. By the action of the alkaline nature, the trypsinogen is converted into trypsin, which acts on the fats, and conversion of the fats into fatty acids and glycerol takes place in the duodenum. Then the food enters into the ileum by the pancreatic amylase. The foods in the form of the carbohydrate which is not completely digested in the stomach, here in the duodenum, complete digestion of the all types of food either in the form of the protein, carbohydrate and lipid occurs here, and the digestion is completed in the duodenum wall. Then food enters into the ileum where the villi is present. They are responsible for the absorption of the digestive food material. Remaining food which is not digested, not useful for the body, enters into the colon region where absorption of the water takes place, and food in semi-solid form enters into the rectum region, and by the help of the opening, the undigested food, by the help of the anus or the opening of the rectum, the undigested food which is not utilized for the body, which is harmful to the body, is eliminated out. So shortly, in such a way, the food is digested in our body, helpful for the formation of the energy which is utilized for the daily activity of the body. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening myself. Thank you. Thank you.